Hello, I'm Refashionista Sheri, and I thrifted this sweater with the hopes that I would be able to transform it into a pair of my sweater pants or sweater leggings or swaggings. We still haven't kind of figured out what we're going to call those, so let me know down below what you like the best. Is swans, swaggings, swousers? I don't know. Anyway, unfortunately, the sleeves are just simply too short and a little bit too tight to, use as the legs. So I'm going to turn it into something else because the pattern is quite cool. The colors are quite cool. I just think it's a little bit, I don't know, a little bit as a sweater, a long sleeve sweater. So I asked across my social media what you guys would turn it into, and of course you delivered and gave me loads of awesome ideas, and I grabbed some inspiration from you guys, so thank you so much. That's awesome. I love it when you give me all of these great ideas and I can just kind of pick and choose and mix them all up and then create something. So I'm actually going to see if I can do two things out of this and maybe some styling today. So you know what? Let's get making. For the first no-sew version of this sweater transforming tutorial, all you need is your sweater and your scissors. I'm curious about something. Do you guys also remove the tags from your refashioning garments? I always do this, because I think, look, I've refashioned this. I've made it into something totally different. It is now my design. Plus the fact that I just remove the tags from like everything pretty much because I, don't like the idea of having, sizes dictated to me and all of that because, come on, sizes, especially nowadays, are a moot point and it's all vanity sizing anyway. And tags are also scratchy and itchy. So yeah, let me know down below. Do you remove tags or do you leave them on? So to transform this into a rather versatile vest, all we're going to do is chop off the sleeves and we're going to leave behind this thick sleeve seam so we don't have to do any hemming or sewing at all. So let's just do that. So I have both the sleeves off. Now let's go try it on and style it up, and then we can move on to the next project in this 2-for-1 tutorial. This is just perfect over top of my upcycled bedsheet tiered dress. The tutorial will be linked down below. If you want to make this a totally no waste, no sew project, then simply take the sleeves and fold in the chopped top, and you have a pair of very cute little leg warmers. But for me, I am going to kind of fancy up my vest a little bit because I think it's a little bit boring. And I was thinking to myself, it might look cool if it had some kind of ruffles around the sleeves here. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And I think the easiest way to do that is to use the sleeves and make them into like kind of ruffles. So let's try that. Okay, so I have one sleeve inside out, and the first thing I'm going to do is chop out this thick underarm sleeve seam. Okay, so now I have my sleeve totally opened up, and I'm going to fold it in half as evenly as possible, making sure that I have the cuffs lined up. The top is not super even, but whatever, we can trim it in a minute. Okay, now I am going to cut my sleeve in half. Okay, so because I already have my sleeve pieces with the right sides facing and with the cuffs lined up, I am simply going to go and stitch the tops together. So I have my first sleeve pieces stitched together at the top, and then I did go ahead and trim up the edges so it's even more even than it was before, which actually wasn't very even, so they definitely needed a trim. Okay, so that's what it looks like when it's open. Now, here is my theory of how this is going to work. And again, it's just, I guess, a little insight into my refashionista brain here. Okay, so in theory, what I hope is going to happen is I'm going to stitch this around the armhole with, of course, you know, everything facing nicely. And then it's going to kind of hang there and be a nice little ruffle. But of course, we need, you know, to ruffle up one of the sides here. And I think maybe, yeah, let's do this side. And yeah, it's really easy to give a ruffled or lettuce hem to stretchy knit fabric, actually. The first way you can do it is to simply fold it over and then do a tight, wide zigzag, stretching as you stitch. And then as the zig is zagging and you are stretching, it will gather it up like so, and you'll have a nice little ruffled edge. The other way is to use your rolled hem foot, which then means you actually don't have to fold it over yourself because the rolled hem foot will do it for you. And I did share, I think, both of these methods in a previous video, so I shall link that down below for you. But it's very, very simple. So I'm going to go ruffle up one side of my stitched together sleeve pieces. So I actually managed to get both of my sleeve pieces all done and ruffled. Look at how ruffly that is. That looks fantastic. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to get these around the armholes in the quickest, easiest, and nicest looking possible way. So because I actually wanted to take in the sides of this sweater a little bit because it's pretty wide, I think the easiest way to do this is if I actually chop out the side seams here, and then I can simply kind of attach my new sleeves in a nice straight line and not have to worry about dealing with the side seams. Okay, so now that I have my vest totally opened up, there's pretty much only the collar and the shoulder seams left at this point. So now I'm going to flip it around, and here I have the collar, and I have it with the right side facing up. And now I'm going to grab one of my nice little ruffled sleeves, and I'm going to pop that together with the right sides facing and the shoulder seam area lined up. So that means I have my raw edges all lined up together. And now I'm going to go stitch that together. So I now have both sides successfully stitched on, and it is looking exactly like I want it to. So I am so pleased about that. So now we need to fold this whole kind of contraption together with the right sides facing and making sure everything is nicely tucked in. So I think I'm going to do one side here folding at a time just to make life a bit easier. And because I left those thick seams on here, pardon my voice, I still have quite a bad cold. Anyway, so because I left those thick seams on the armhole, I know exactly where I need to pin it together and then stitch all the way down to the bottom hem to close up the side seams again. So that's what I'm going to do. Just going to pin that and then go stitch straight down on both sides. Okay, so the sides are stitched back together, and now it is moment of truth time. Let's flip it. Okay. Yeah, this is perfect. I don't have enough space here, so let's go and try it on and style it up. I love this. I truly love this. This is so much cooler than a plain, boring, sleeved sweater, don't you think? And look, it's so ruffly there. It's like almost like wings, you know? This is, I don't know, what should we, is this like a knit butterfly top? I don't know. You let me know down below what we should call this lovely, ruffly sleeved, ruffly sided top. I don't know. Anyway, again, I love this, and do let me know down below if you are going to make one of these, because as you saw, it is super easy to do. And that was like just off the top of my head as I was going and figuring it out. So once again, if I can do this, you can do this. It is not difficult. Just let your refashionista imagination soar and start chopping and stitching and bleaching and all of that good stuff. And if you don't know where to start, as always, my channel is a wealth of free tutorials. There's loads more over on my blog. I also have ebooks, I have e-courses, you name it. I'm here to help you out. And yeah, let's make the world a more rockin' refashionista place. I mean, why not, right? So be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And something that I just want to say really quick to those of you who who for whatever reason feel the need to let me know how ugly the things I make are, or that you would never wear it, or I'm old, or I'm ugly. It really doesn't bother me. I don't know you, and strangers online don't mean anything. So maybe just you can start keeping those comments to yourself. I don't know. It's kind of weird though to go kind of bullying strangers online. Don't you think? But anyway, I just had a thought just now. Maybe that would be an interesting way to end my videos if I started sharing and responding to some of my more less than stellar comments. So let me know down below if you would like me to start doing that at the end of my videos, and I definitely will. And yeah, gotta go blow my nose again, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, and I'll catch ya on the zigzag. How cool. Flutter, 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 flutter.
This is Confessions of a Refashionista.